Hi, welcome to SBR Videos. I'm Peter Loshak. We are continuing our mid-season coverage of NFL season win totals. We're going division by division with Troy West from allplayswin.com. Our regular viewers know who Troy West is. He's given us great advice on winning picks in the NFL long term, and most notably, for anyone who didn't catch it, Troy West previewed the entire NBA playoffs with us, and against the spread in the NBA playoffs, 24-10-1. That's an ATS record. That impressed everyone who's following it day by day, game by game. Right now, we're taking a look at the AFC West. Troy West, thanks for being back with us.
Hey, thanks, Pete. I appreciate it. Yeah, just a historical NBA run. We knocked dead Golden State not only before the season, but also knocked it dead, before the playoffs and in that series against Cleveland. But, we've been hotter than a pistol in Major League Baseball, Pete. We really have had an outstanding week and month. And just looking forward to giving you guys some great future bets and winning picks throughout the NFL season. This is one of my favorite times of the year because mini camp just came to an end, and hey, we got some great picks for you, not only with these future bets, but throughout the course of the season.
Okay, Denver in the AFC West, right? The big question, Peyton Manning, where is he right now in his career? The offensive line could also be a big concern for Denver. Now, in his career, Manning has done well with poor offensive lines. Didn't matter, he releases the ball quickly, but is he, how far from his prime is he right now? And, the win total is high. Last year, Denver won 12, but we've got 10.5 wins. The over is plus 125, under is minus 145. I guess it all boils down to the offensive line and Peyton Manning. What's your take on Denver, Troy?
Yeah, Denver is kind of a mystery team going into this year. Their defense still, I think, will be improved. They get guys, obviously, Von Miller, all those core key guys are back. They had a guy like Shane Ray. What kind of impact will he have to that defense? Remains to be unseen. Offensively, who really knows? Like you said, Pete, offensive line's a question mark. They've got a running back battle. Peyton Manning obviously loses Wes Welker. Wasn't necessarily a huge impact player towards the end of last season. But Denver, to me, is a big question mark. I have no real opinion on this team. Peyton Manning, another year older. At times last year, he looked like Peyton Manning of the young. And towards the end of the season, he looked like Peyton Manning's really starting to falter. So what Peyton Manning will get, I think, is a mystery as well, Pete. So Denver, to me, a really tough team to handicap going into the season. We'll be able to tell more through the preseason and after a couple of weeks into the regular season. But no official pick on an over or an under with this team.
Okay, wait and see with Denver. Yeah, I'm in complete agreement with that one. And before we get to the middle teams of the division, let's jump to Oakland, right? 3 wins last year. Right now, the win total is 5.5 minus 105 at Heritage, and there's some signs of life, right, with Oakland. New coach Jack Del Rio and Derek Carr, looking like he might be, an improved, legit NFL starter. He's got Crabtree and Amari Cooper as 2 potentially awesome receivers. The offense is looking good. The offense is looking pretty retooled. Are the Raiders coming close to respectability? And if so, are they maybe a good bet over 5.5 wins minus 105? What do you think, Troy?
Yeah, I think they're a 6-win team. I really do. Would I put a lot of money on this? No. Is it official pick? Sure. I think this Oakland team obviously much improved on defense. If you look at the coaching staff that they built, Pete, they get a defensive coordinator in Ken Norton Jr. coming over from Seattle. I think that helps them. They get the Super Bowl MVP from a couple of years ago, Malcolm Smith, to help that linebacking core out. I think offensively and defensively, I think they'll be good on both sides of the ball. Not great, but I think it could be potentially good enough to get 6 wins. It is a tough division. You get San Diego twice. We know San Diego's always very respectable. Kansas City's obviously always very respectable, and so is Denver. So it's a very tough division to get a lot of wins within the division. But I think Oakland will hold their own throughout the course of the season. They're going to be a tough team to beat in Oakland. I could definitely see them getting 6 wins. I think it's a 6-10 team, maybe even 7-9 is pushing it, but they're a 6-win team.
Okay, and then the 2 mid-range teams, a little bit tough to get a read on. San Diego and Kansas City both have some very legitimate, real glaring holes, also some very legitimate and impressive strengths. Both teams won 9 games last year. The win totals I have right now, KC 8.5, the overs minus 115, and San Diego 8, the overs minus 140. And, the Chiefs are Chiefs again. They've got, game manager Alex Smith at quarterback. They do look like, they have a little bit of more of a downfield passing game on offense this year, but they're still basically going to be the Chiefs. And then San Diego again, right? Phillip Rivers at times plays like an elite quarterback, at times not so much. Their offensive line was a disaster last season because of injuries. Looking like it could be a weakness again this year. Strengths and weaknesses on both these teams. What do you have to say about KC and or San Diego, Troy?
Yeah, no, both these teams I think are going to fall right around that number. Kansas City obviously didn't make a whole heck of a lot of improvements either, but we do know that they're steady on both sides of the football. We also know that they're very, very tough to beat in Kansas City. San Diego on the other end really, again, didn't do a whole lot to improve. Will Melvin Gordon give them a better running game? Maybe, and I think that could really push San Diego if they get that running game going. But like you said, Pete, a weak offensive line, a very average receiving core for Phillip Rivers. Defense is good, but we know Eric Weddle's got issues going on right now contract-wise. It's going to be very, very interesting with both these teams. I think they'll fall right around that number.
Okay, that's how I'm feeling as well. Tough division, AFC West. I think we've gotten some really good reads and some solid picks analyzing previous divisions. The AFC West, though, the lines are looking kind of dead on, and a lot of question marks, a lot of wait-and-see situations, I think, in the AFC West. Is there anything you want to go official with, Troy?
I'll go official with the Oakland Raiders. I truly do believe that this team, like you said, Pete, new coaching staff, new life, good tradition over in Oakland. I think they can get 6 wins this year, and I feel good about it. Not a big, strong opinion, but I do think they're a 6-win team.
Yeah, and they did feel pretty young and hungry at times last year. Right now, 5.5. The over is -105 at Heritage. Thanks so much, Troy.